Hello everyone, Beach Tao here. Have you ever studied tirelessly for a whole evening, only to wake up the next morning feeling like someone pressed the delete button on all your knowledge? Don't be too quick to blame yourself. It's not because you're lazy or there's something wrong with your brain. Simply put, our brain always prioritizes keeping what is truly important and throwing away the rest. But look at Japan. Students here have to memorize over 2,000 complex kanji characters. They don't just recognize the characters, but write them fluently and use them easily throughout their lives. So what is their secret? Are they smarter, study more, and work harder than us? The answer is no. Their secret lies in creating a perfect rhythm for the brain. Japanese students don't turn their brains on like a machine. They treat the brain like soil that needs seeds. If you sow seeds in dry soil, nothing grows. But if watered and warmed, everything takes root. They water their brains in the morning by stepping outside to catch the natural early sunlight. This light is a powerful signal that wakes the brain up. Wake up, it's time to focus. It boosts cortisol levels at the right time, resetting a sharp circadian rhythm for the long day ahead. Just 10 minutes of light movement in the morning can increase your memory recall by 20%. Instead of immediately cramming new knowledge, Japanese students do the exact opposite of most Western students. That is active recall. They test themselves and retrieve yesterday's knowledge first. Trying to recall this information heavily strengthens neural connections before absorbing anything new. And you know, Japanese culture highly values quiet rituals before getting down to work. Brewing a pot of tea, arranging the desk neatly, or simply taking a deep breath helps truly settle the mind. These small actions signal to the brain, this moment matters, remember it for a long time. Only after completing that perfect preparation do they truly dive into intense study hours. Moving to the afternoon, many young people turn this into a marathon of coffee and exhaustion. But Japanese students choose to surf. They study by riding the brain's natural biological rhythm. They break down their time with discipline. For example, 40 minutes of deep focus, followed by 10 minutes of rest. While they stand enjoying the view, the brain's hippocampus is silently organizing the newly learned knowledge. You think you're resting, but the brain is actually working incredibly efficiently in the background. And they never read a book over and over from start to finish to the point of boredom and sleepiness. Instead, they use spaced repetition. Learn on day 1, review on day 2, recall again on day 4. Each time they review at these crucial intervals, the knowledge is engraved a layer deeper. Just like sharpening a sword, done correctly, the blade becomes extremely sharp with minimal effort. Another subtle yet crucial factor is nutrition. They dread the feeling of being overfull. Their lunches are usually very light with rice, fish, and vegetables, providing stable energy. By avoiding blood sugar spikes and crashes, they avoid the overwhelming afternoon sleepiness. Even when sitting in a crowded classroom, they frequently practice tiny moments of mindfulness. Sitting up perfectly straight, closing the eyes for a few seconds to reset and refresh the mind's focus. Westerners often push hard against exhaustion, while the Japanese know to step back and rest to go further. The afternoon rhythm isn't about how much you do, but how smartly you do it. Many of us think the study day ends the moment the book is closed. but not in Japan. The evening is when the brain truly passes judgment, which information stays and which gets deleted. Instead of mindlessly scrolling social media on their phones, they spend 10 minutes at day's end reviewing notes. Just those short 10 minutes send a stern message. This is core data. Absolutely do not delete. While you fall asleep, the brain automatically replays the information you were most recently exposed to. This magical process turns short-term memory into long-term. It's exactly like hitting save on a document. Hi there. We're introducing a new feature where I can read this aloud in a natural, human-like voice. Hi there. We're introducing a new feature where I can read this aloud in a natural, human-like voice. Deep sleep is the ultimate study tool. Therefore, they highly prioritize sleep hygiene. Turning off all blue light devices an hour before bed. Dim lighting and absolute silence help guide the body into the deepest possible state of recovery. Every time you stay up late scrolling TikTok or force another coffee, you are personally stealing your own memory. They always complete one tiny goal before sleep, writing one journal line, or reviewing just one flashcard. It doesn't matter if it's much or little. That rhythm of completion creates great psychological momentum for tomorrow. In Japanese culture, there is also a subtle concept called ma, meaning empty space or stillness. They let their minds completely relax in that selfless silence before drifting into deep sleep. This quiet, empty space is the bridge that transitions the mind from a state of stress to recovery. Staying up late cramming, waking up tired, crashing in the afternoon seg. That's a toxic loop too many people are trapped in. Excellence never comes from an all-nighter. It comes from the rhythm of repetition. A gentle start, smart-spaced learning, evening review, and rewarding yourself with deep sleep. The final secret doesn't lie in how you study, but in how you end your day. Those outstanding Japanese students you admire don't have superpowers or higher IQs than you. What they have is rhythm. Morning isn't rushed, afternoon isn't crammed, evening isn't wasted, night isn't chaotic. And when you start stacking these tiny habits on top of each other daily, real magic will appear. Knowledge won't just visit you for a few days for an exam. It will stay within you forever. Next time you feel like giving up and say, "My memory is bad," please pause for a moment. It's highly likely the flaw isn't in your brain's hardware, but in the operating system and methods you're using. Let's try starting tomorrow. There's no need to change absolutely everything all at once. Just one tiny step. It could be taking exactly 2 minutes to stretch and catch the morning sunlight. Or deciding to spend 10 minutes reviewing yesterday's lesson before opening a new one to learn. Or simply turning your phone off 30 minutes earlier before you close your eyes to sleep tonight. Try it just once, feel the difference yourself, and let natural rhythm do its magical work. No expensive app or brain supplement will bring the profound focus that this method does. The future doesn't belong to those who exhaust themselves studying. It belongs to those who know how to study smartly. And that smart learner can absolutely be you, starting right from the small moments of tonight. Now, set a tiny first plan for yourself. Close the computer, take a deep breath, and enjoy the silence. If you found this video helpful, share it now with your friends who are struggling with all-nighters. Thanks for watching. See you next time.